Someone's asking me if I can play. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know that I have time for a song, but I do go live and do songs. But so I'm kind of watching carefully to let my other co-hosts in. I'll play my DWs. You haven't really heard my DWs. Oh, here's one. Here's one, people. Diary has joined us,
Hello.
so I was just going to let him hear my DWs for a
Cool.
second.
Awesome. They sound amazing. That's
Do
is
they
that a
sound okay?
yeah? They sound really good. What series is that? Is that the
It was the
Masters?
top. Yeah, I can't remember what they were called, but they're the top of the line,
Yeah, they sound
very
great.
top of the line because I've had them for over 20 years and they're just amazing.
Nice. Do you usually play with coated heads on your toms and everything? Is that your
Yeah,
usually?
once in a while I change. My Tamburos came with like a clear, but yet they were maybe even frosted Evans, and those were really nice. And then they, came out with different heads since then. So I've tried different. I think they have the HD on there now, HD drive,
Yeah,
and
those are
they
nice.
sound great. Yeah, they sound great. I still have some clear that I'm. Well, so that's what they
Very,
have
very
on
cool.
there now. They're right over there across.
Nice.
Can't see them from here.
So I think Darren is
Is he?
almost
Is he
here.
there yet?
I think he's just setting up the live
Okay.
streams on the other platforms.
I see Jen. She's here. Hey, Jen.
What's happening? So we got a good show for you guys today. We got Gabriel Faro.
Gabriel.
I
Well,
don't know if I'm
Gabriel
pronouncing
or
it right, but
No, I think Gabriel is a female. I think Gabriel Faro. That's what I know him as. So I'm
yep.
so excited.
Yeah, this guy's
It
how did that go?
it was totally amazing. Yeah. Um, Darren
I
said he
saw
was
the
going to ask me some questions, but I
oh
got to do a clinic at Fort
So let me try that now,
Okay.
Okay.
and let's see if it works.
With the marvels of modern technology.
So somebody that's asking if I can play, hold on. We're going to do something.
I think now it's working. I think I have to be live in order for it to work. I'm just
Okay.
watching. I can't do it, but it seems to be working. Okay.
All right.
So
We are
yes,
live.
big announcement. I'm going to actually hold this. Big announcement. Did you guys already talk about it?
No.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
About what?
We should, if everything is working correctly, you should be able to see us now, not only on TikTok, but also on YouTube. If you go to In the Pocket TikTok, that's our channel. It will show live on TikTok, and then it will also be, at the moment, on Dorothea's Facebook, and I hope also Dorothea's Instagram. So
Yes.
it's a lot to do. There's a lot of things that I'm doing here, so I'm not able to check. So if the audience, if you guys want to check Instagram, Dorothea's, it's Taylor.Dorothea at Instagram. Facebook, what's your Facebook, Dorothea? Is it the same thing?
It is, well, I have two. I have a business one, but I believe I gave you just my normal Facebook, which is Dorothea Claire. Wait. No. My middle name is, but it's Dorothea Jose Taylor.
Yep.
My maiden name was Jose. It looked like Jose, but it's not.
Dorothea Taylor Drums on Facebook. You come right up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
you
think you'll
should.
be able to see that. So now we're going to be able to provide an opportunity, no matter what platform you're on, to see you. But speaking of middle names, okay, now yours is Claire. What do we think Jamie's middle name is? Does Jamie have a middle name?
Yeah.
You do.
Roger.
Roger? I think it is. I think it's Susan. Jamie Susan.
You nailed it right on the head. That's it. It's Susan.
What is it actually? Well, you don't have to. You don't have to say it if you don't want to. It's private.
It's Christopher.
Oh.
Jimmy Christopher. Okay.
Yep.
Well, it's
All right.
so good to see you guys. What a show we have for you tonight.
Yep.
Big thank you to
Murgatroyd.
Songero. Yes, I want to thank Songero for helping. If you haven't followed Songero, you guys, don't forget on Instagram, you need to go press live. Thank you for reminding me. Press go live. Thank you, Songero. See, that's why. This guy is the OBS absolute master.
He is.
So if you guys
No
need
joke.
OBS
Is he?
help, please go follow him. And
I don't know him.
I
Cool.
think it's pulling
Skinny
up.
George, hey.
What's up, Skinny George?
Wait till we get to the second half. You cool.
Peter is
Yes, I
here.
saw Lori. Yeah.
So
Awesome.
let me refresh this. Hopefully it's working. I don't know. I see a black screen, Songero, on Instagram. But listen, we're not going to pay too much attention to that because we have a
We'll just
very
do it.
busy show. So
Yes.
thank you to Songero. Please, guys, go follow him. It's Song, S-O-N-G, and then U-E-R-O. Please go follow him. Great content on his channel. We have a lot of announcements to make. So we have a fantastic guest coming on. Dorothea, do you want to talk a little bit about our guest and how you found him? Because I'm excited to talk to him.
We did speak about him before you came on, but he's just one of my favorites that I've been watching for quite a while, and he's just as sweet as can be, but he's an awesome drummer. I love his style, and I love how he sets up his kit, and he's from Brazil, but I've messaged him several times, and he'll message me back, and I like, I'll make a comment on his posts, how wonderful that post was, and he always thanks me, and he just seems like the sweetest person, and I think we have found out that he is an awesome but sweet person. So he's going to show up in a little bit.
We were doing sound check with him earlier. He had mentioned the Slipknot drummer is in the next door over from him. The school he's at has got some really amazing drummers there. So.
Oh, how cool. That's cool.
Pretty
I'm
cool.
sorry.
Let's put our phones on silent. It's like the movie theater, Dorothea.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, did you have a few drinks at dinner tonight? I mean, did you party a little bit? I know you had a busy weekend. Did you unwind a little bit tonight?
No, I don't do that.
Okay, good.
No,
Straight shooter there.
no, I'm. Yep, I don't. I've never had a drink of alcohol in my life.
Really?
Wow. I'll
Really?
do the drinking for you then. Don't worry. okay. we're okay there. Okay, so we're
Just
really
had a
excited
great
to.
seafood dinner.
Ooh, delicious. Well, we're really excited to talk to Gabriel Faro at the second half of the show. Jamie, give us an update on the contest for those that are vying for a spot to perform on the show here.
All right, so we've got it down to 2 creators now for the Streaming Artist Agency contest that's been going on for this month. We got Lonnie Pasilas. He plays for Kill Devil Hill. He's a really great creator. And then we've got House on the Hill, who he's coming up really fast. He's got this whole Halloween theme going on. And so it'll be between one of those two. And the winner gets to come on an episode of In the Pocket.
This is fantastic. And if you guys have not gone to Drummer's Diary, please click that plus box on all of our screens here, because that will allow you to follow all of our pages and keep up to date on all of the contests and all of the promos, all of the things that we're doing here on the show. But Drummer's Diary, every single night you're performing live, you're interacting with your fans, and it's just so great to have that aspect really kind of move and weave its way into the show here. So we appreciate you doing that, Jamie.
Absolutely.
Also, I want to give a shout out to Lori Peters, who's in the chat. Lori Peters, as you know, the former drummer of Skillet, and the current band, Jamie?
Emerald Escape.
Emerald Escape. We love Lori. She has incredible content out there. Such a great friend of the show. And we're going to see her this upcoming Sunday in Dallas, Texas at Drumathon 2025. So if you don't know about Drumathon, go to drumathon.org. And this is the Breast Cancer Foundation kind of drum circuit that they do. And we're going to see a lot of celebrities there, including Lori. And all the money goes towards donations, towards research and care. So really, really great to have Lori in the chat here, and I can't wait to see you there on Sunday, Lori. So thank you for that. A lot of stuff going on tonight. Let me give it also a special. I want to ask you guys, we have a obituary. We did lose somebody this week, didn't we?
Was it Jack DeJohnette?
It was Jack DeJohnette.
I just heard that a little while ago.
Talk about Jack DeJohnette, Dorothea. Is it somebody that you've known for a while? And
yeah. I don't really. I've followed him, through probably YouTube for that many years, but I'm terrible at remembering who he played with for.
Yeah, so Jack, and I'm sorry, Jack DeJohnette, he was an artist at Vic Firth.
Yes.
They put out a, just a kind of a note for him and how sad. But he was a jazz icon with a lot of soulful rhythms. He reshaped the world of percussion, and he did leave behind an incredible legacy. He played with artists like Bill Evans, Keith Jarrett, Miles Davis. Really some incredible music out there, and the drumming world definitely lost an icon, so to speak. So our hearts go out to his family and all of his fans.
Yeah, absolute legend.
Did it say how old he was?
He was born in 1942, so that would make him 75? 70?
No, older than that.
77? 77. Right? 42 to 2022 would be 80.
So 77, 78 maybe.
Yeah. It's math. It's late. It's a Monday. 84. Sammy's saying 84. I'll trust Sammy if she's got a calculator.
Really? Oh, that's...
I don't know. Who knows? But speaking of math, Jamie, I mean, we have quite a contest for Miss Dorothea tonight, don't we?
Oh, gosh.
The Wheel of Rudiments.
It's the wheel. I know I should have done like a kind of like a music bed for that, like a Halloween horror Wheel of Rudiments,
That was good right there. I think that works.
Why use AI when we could do it, right?
Right.
Dorothea, Jamie.
So what do you have for me?
Well, Jamie, talk about what we wanted to do for Dorothea tonight.
So we want to spin this little wheel of rudiments here and try to
Warm up.
challenge you on the fly to see if you
Okay.
know the rudiment and if you can apply it.
Okay.
And either on a practice pad or your drum set, you can make the choice.
Okay.
And
Spin the wheel.
should I
Okay.
spin the wheel?
Well, you have a wheel. I have a wheel. I'm trying to put it
Okay.
up on the screen.
Go ahead and pull it up. Yeah.
I'm attempting to do that. So, I'm telling you, guys, forgive us. This is like, our first week. We're trying a lot of new stuff here. I had it working. It's up. Here we go. Okay. Do you guys see it? Do we see it? Do we see it? Do we see it?
We don't see it, no,
don't
but
see it.
I feel like it's there.
It is there. Okay, well, you're just going to have to trust me, guys,
Okay.
that we have a wheel. Here's everything that's in the wheel, though, okay? Let me give a list of everything that we have in this wheel. I
Are you
believe
going to
there's
give it away? Are you going to give it away?
Well,
Or you're just going to spin and then see where it ends?
Yeah,
what
we're
do you
gonna
think,
spin it.
Jamie? Should we just spin and just
Yeah,
tell her
let's
what
give
it is?
Let's give it a spin, yeah, and then we'll
Okay.
surprise her with it.
All right, so I'm going to give it a spin. Forgive me, guys. I tested it earlier to see if it would get up on the screen. Okay,
That's cool.
we have. This is an interesting one, Dorothea. Blushdas? Blushdas?
Okay. All right.
What is a blushdas?
It's blushed. Blushed.
Blushed.
Yeah. And
Fancy.
Todd Zuckerman always calls it. He said you need to call it blushed, because
Okay.
that's kind of what it ends up sounding like. So when I was in Nashville this past week, when I did a clinic, I asked everyone if they knew what blushdas were. Some of them did, some of them didn't, but they left knowing how fun they are to play. So, can you hear if I just tap this? Like, can you see it and hear it?
Yep.
Okay, I'll do it on the pad first, and then I'll show you how to apply it. So, a flam is this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, a flam drag would be a flam drag tap. Is that. But you're supposed to alternate them, like. Okay, so those are just called flam drag taps. With a flam, a drag, and a tap. But a blushda, you only play off of one hand. So the easiest way, if you're a right-handed drummer and you want some backbeat on your snare drum, you're going to play a left hand. So don't alternate. Just play a left hand flam, a right hand drag. Drag is 2, and a tap on the left. So da dig it up, da dig it up, da dig it up, ja dig it up, ja dig it up. Okay. So on the drum, I'll play it kind of soft so it doesn't bleed in there. So then you pick it up a little bit so that the drag is faster and it sounds more like a drag. A drag is quick, like. So it's a flam and then that quick drag. And then another one. So that is a blushda, 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 blushda. So I'm going to turn my talk back off and just hopefully you'll be able to hear it and see it.
That is nasty.
There you have it, folks.
Nasty.
Blushdas.
Jamie,
They're so fun
I
to
saw
play.
I saw Jamie's face when you were doing that. Like, dude, can you do that?
I never even heard of a bludge dub before. That was
Oh,
crazy.
you haven't? Yeah.
No, I didn't do
So-
corpse, but that was really cool.
Several drummers use it, but Todd Zuckerman, when I've seen him, I don't know if I have a VHS, an old VHS or a CD, or I mean a DVD with him doing it, but I've seen it on his posts as well, his explaining things. So
Was that started with your left hand?
yeah,
Oh,
but you can. There's no rule saying that you can't start it with your right.
okay.
And you could you could start it with the right. And let me try the right and see if it sounds any different.
Sure.
That's awesome. I like that.
I think it sounds a little bit different. I like the left hand staying in the snare for
Yeah.
those backbeat accents
I
better.
agree.
What does everyone think? Does anybody?
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
The comments are mine. Like, people are like, I quit. They're giving up drums. But tell them not to give up, Dorothea.
No, do not give up. It's fun. You're practicing, and you have something to look forward to when you get home from work or school or whatever. You can do it.
You know, I was having a conversation with someone earlier about how when you play drums, it seems like it keeps you almost youthful in a sense. Like I don't recall really ever meeting a drummer that was like, like derelict or like, it's like it
No.
keeps you sharp. It keeps your
does.
body in shape. It's like just such a good thing to do.
Because I'm going to be 75 in a month.
There you have it, folks.
Wild.
Yeah.
You want to spin it again? Let's spin it again. Let's spin
Okay.
it again. Let's see what we
Okay.
come up with. Flamacue?
Okay. Those are fun. Flamacue.
Flamacue.
Yep. So,
Did I pronounce it right?
yep.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with the right-handed flam. And it's not accented. Usually flams are up here, but this one is a lower right-hand flam, left-hand accent, tap, tap, flam. So it's ja-da-da-da-ja, ja-da-da-da-ja. That's what it sounds like. Right, whoops, softer than that. Right, left, right, 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 left, right. So the only thing that's accented is that left-hand tap. Right, left, right, right. Right, left, right. Ja, da, 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 ja. My ja is a flam. Instead of ta, it's a cha. So it sounds like the flam. Ja, da, 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 ja. Ja, da, 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 ja. Ja, da, 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 ja. This is drum talk. So let's see what happens.
Guys, I think this is one that we can do, guys. I don't think
This
this is
is
going to
for
be
the
as hard as
chart.
the other one. So the left hand is accented. So it's the flam, left accent, and then just tap, tap, tap.
Tap, tap, flam. So you're finishing with a flam also.
You finish with the flam again. So flam,
Flam,
left accent,
accent,
tap,
right,
tap, tap, flam
left,
again.
Flam. Yep. Ja, da, 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 ja. It's so if you're counting, it's 1 E and a 2, 1 E and a 2, 3 E and a 4, 1 E and a 2, 3 E and a 4, a 2, 3 E and a 4. Flam, a Q.
Dennis Chambers would be proud.
Yep. It's fun. They're fun
That's
to play
awesome.
too.
Wow,
And it just
that-
makes it quick little fill. And then back into your groove, whatever your groove is.
So you said it's counted 1 E and a
2.
2 E end?
No, 1 E and a 2, 3 E and a 4. 1 E and a 2,
and a 4.
3 E and a 4. So it takes up a whole measure of 4. 4.
Ah,
1 E
1
and
E
a
and
2.
a 2, 3 E
3
and
E
a
and a
4.
4. So the E is loud. 1 E and a 2, E and a 4. Yep.
One E and a 4. Or
One E and a 2.
And a 2. Ah.
Yeah, so you learned something tonight.
I learn something every night with you. You're amazing. Okay, let's do it again. Maybe we have time for 2 more.
Okay.
Let's see here. Let's get a good one here. I like that one. I'm gonna remember that one. This is a good one. Inverted double stroke roll.
Okay. Yeah, I showed this too in Tennessee on Thursday night at the Fork Strum Clinic. So everyone always asks me, how do you get your doubles so clean? Well, it's because I am accenting and putting a little bit emphasis on that second tap instead of just double, 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 1, 2, 1, 2. When people are, especially beginners, when they're trying to do a clean double stroke but fast, it turns out to be like this. And you can't hear the second tap, you just hear it. So once you invert it, start with the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So the second tap is emphasized, accented. 1, 2, 3, 4. But on the downbeat, you want to start it on the downbeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So then when you speed them up, they're still clean, because if I take one stick off of the pad when I'm doing the so it's but that. It's not da-da, 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 da-da. Because these rolls sound like dookie. If you're
I
playing
can
them
see
like
how that rudiment could help you play like blues and
Yeah.
like shuffles better.
Yeah.
A lot of
Oh
times
yes,
if you're hitting all
definitely.
the-
Because your shuffle is ta 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 ta. That's what cleans your shuffles up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's an inverted roll, and you can play those on the kit, and they sound really cool too. It just cleans all your fills as well when you're playing da ta 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 ta. Emphasize that second tap, everybody. So that'll give all you followers something to work on, and you can do it on your lap too.
Yeah, I do that all day long. If I'm just
Yeah.
sitting, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Just tapping.
Or on the table.
I want to actually, because we're going to run out of time. I do want to
Okay.
get our guest, because he's got limited time in the
Yes.
studio.
Yes.
Here
Let's
were
get him.
all of
Let's
the
get him.
rudiments. Yeah, here was all the rudiments that we had on here. It was the inverted double stroke roll, the inverted paradiddle, 6-stroke roll, double paradiddle, drag paradiddle, flam accents, pata flaflas,
Pataflafla.
flamacus, the blujda, and the single radamacue. So,
Uh-oh.
Dorothea, where could they go? And obviously, plug your channel, but do we have all of these on your channel that they can find and see if they search that?
They
what
are
book-
in my videos.
Or what book are you
Yeah.
using? What book
All
would
you
you
have
recommend?
all you have to do is go to Google, type in 40 essential drum rudiments, and there's posters that you can order. Just a big poster to put on your wall, or just Google and search, and they might have a rudiment book as well. But I prefer you get the poster because they are usually under Vic Firth, like Vic Firth drumsticks, Vic Firth poster, drum rudiment poster, or PASIC, PASIC drum rudiments, 40 essential drum rudiments. They're called 40 essential drum rudiments. And the posters are like $3 or $4 or something.
How many doors in your house have that poster on them?
I have one on this wall over here and then one downstairs in my Carolina room that I do videos with.
Do you have any tattoos, Dorothea?
No, but I should have paradiddles or something on me.
I was going to say, like, it would be cool, like, kind of like a scientist would have maybe the table of elements tattooed on their chest or something. You should have
the 40
rudiments.
rudiments.
Yeah. That would be the coolest thing ever. I got a great tattoo artist. If you're ever in Dallas, I'll get you to my girl. She's amazing.
So Jen says, how many rudiments are there? There's 40 essential basic rudiments. Then there's many hybrid rudiments that have been added. And I don't even know that there's a count to them. And
Yeah, they just go for days.
same rudiments no matter which.
Incredible.
Yes.
So, Jamie,
they're
we
the
had
same rudiments. If you're
Jamie,
living in Brazil, it's the same drum rudiments everywhere. The basic 40 essential rudiments.
drumming is an international language.
Yes.
You know? Yeah. Jamie, we had something planned for you. Maybe we do it after our guest because I don't want to leave you out. What we had for you planned tonight was actually really cool, and I don't want to miss that, guys. So we'll have a little bit of a longer show tonight. Is that cool if we come to you after our guest since he has limited time?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and cue up Gabriel. Gabriel, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Gabriel Faro. He is a Brazilian drummer, friends with our friend Isaac. So a friend of the friend of a friend of a show, and you know we're so
And my friend.
yeah, we're so grateful for the international success of this show in just a short period of time. This is show number 5, and we've already had drummers from not only around the country here, but we've had them all over the world. And another friend from Brazil. We're going to go ahead and put Gabriel on the larger screen. There we go. And there he is. And go ahead and reverse that camera. Reverse that camera. Yep.
Really? No.
There
There you go.
Yes.
There we go.
Okay, please correct. Am I wrong? Is it Gabriel Faro?
That's right. Perfect.
I'm saying it right. You speak Portuguese. Portuguese is a language in Brazil, right?
Yes, that's it. Is our main language here.
Beautiful language. Now, is that a combination of French and Spanish? Do I have that right?
No, it's basically like a Latin language. So it comes from Portugal actually, because we are all colonized by Portugal. So we took from them. So it's some words seems like Spanish, sounds like Italian, maybe some kind of French, but it has its own flavor. Let's say.
Okay. Cool.
And what part of Brazil are you in?
I am in São Paulo, Brazil. I'm not from São Paulo. I come from the south of Brazil, actually, but now I'm living in São Paulo.
Amazing. Well, we are honored to have you guys. Please hit that plus button if you see it on the screen next to Gabriel's name. What content he puts out. Nearly 150,000 followers worldwide. Dorothea, you first had discovered Gabriel. You're on your own.
Yeah.
Talk about what attracted you to him and to his content and why we wanted to speak with him tonight.
Well, you know, just scrolling, different drummers come up once you've entered TikTok, and you know, that's one of the things that it's not animals or cooking or whatever, it's musicians and drummers. And so I see him come up on my feed, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love him. He's so good. And so I just, continued following and anxious for his new post. And then I teased him. I said, you look like Justin Timberlake. And look at him. He does. He looks like Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, I got to hand it to you. I see it now.
She has a crush on you, Gabrielle. She really
I
does.
do. He's so cute.
She wants to pinch your cheeks. I know it.
I do. I want to hug him. But he's
really
a wonderful drummer. Just really beautifully skilled drummer. And so I said, we have to have him on the show.
Thank you so much, Dorothea.
You're welcome.
It's a huge pleasure to be here today. Yeah. It's a huge pleasure to be here today. Your words mean a lot to me. I follow your content like long years ago. I remember watching you on Jimmy Fallon the first time I remember. Yeah. So it's a huge pleasure. Thanks for your kind words. Let's chat. Let's talk about drums. I'm looking forward to it.
Go ahead.
What do you, for people that haven't seen your content yet, what are you most known for?
I mean, I think that I'm most known for playing odd time signatures and for like put this kind of Brazilian flavor, funky flavor, and jazz fusion flavor into like odd time signatures.
Yes.
So I think that I started to get known by this kind of content, playing like 11, 13, 15, 19 in a more like, in not like such a like a progressive metal way, let's say.
Yeah.
Which I like, a lot of progressive metal, but my approach was more like a jazz fusion kind of thing and bringing my Brazilian influences into it as well.
Can you? Everyone is so anxious to see you play, because those of us that have seen your content are like, our mouths are on the floor every time we see you. Can you give us an example? Can you demonstrate?
Of course. So for example, basically, I mean, I took all my influences that I love, for example, Dave Weckl, David Garibaldi, and for example, Dennis Chambers, Vinny Colaiuta, all these guys, Steve Gadd, and these guys are like amazing drummers, and they are not known, for example, by playing odd-time signatures, for example. But in the same time, I really liked drummers like Mike Mangini, Marco Miniman, for example, these guys that are progressive metal drummers. So it was natural for me to like mix all of them together and try to make my own voice into like odd time signatures, for example. So I started to become like playing, for example, what if I take like a 4/4 like groove like this, for example. Some kind of group that we can really like clap, we can really like bang our heads into it, and sometimes odd time signatures can sound pretty much like a square. We cannot feel it. So my main goal here was trying to create some odd time grooves kind of thing that we could like bang our heads into it and really feel natural. So I'm gonna play like this was a 4/4, but inspired by this groove, I'm gonna develop something in 19, for example. So, 2, 4.
Wow.
What count was that?
19.
This was 19.
That was a 19.
19. So when we think about 19, oh my God. And I used to be that guy as well, but my main goal here was like to make it sound natural, make it sound easy for us. And that's what I most teach to my students is that odd time signatures are not scary at all. We just need to think them as like 4/4 alternated, let's say. So that's how I think, and that's what I start to become known for in Instagram, for example.
And when you're playing, like, say, something at 19, are you feeling that as you would feel like a 4/4 in your head, or are you actually counting it as you're playing it?
That's something very interesting because I start to develop what I call the odd time clave, or clave, let's say. Mm-hmm. I think a 19 as 4 groups of 4 16ths plus a 3, like 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3. But I'm not thinking about each of these notes. I'm only thinking about the first note of each group, like 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. So as I'm playing, I'm thinking about this. So ka 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 ka. See?
That makes it so much easier. I love that.
Yeah.
That's wild. Now, you're coming from your school where you teach. Talk about the school. Now, guys, this is a very wonderful school in Brazil, and there's a lot of chatter in the chat right now about Eloy from Slipknot. This is somebody that uses studio space in this school, right? Talk about the school and how you got involved with them.
Yes, I am here in IPT is the name of this school, which is basically like Percussion and Technology Institute, translated, let's say. So this is basically like the biggest drum school in Brazil, which is located in São Paulo. The owner of this school is Giba Faveri, which is he's an amazing drummer in Brazil, an amazing educator, and he created this drum school in São Paulo, which is amazing. It's a huge drum community. And yeah, here, for example, Eloy used to teach here, and now he has his own room here where he practices. Eloy from Casagrande, from Slipknot. Ramon Montaner as well. He's an amazing drummer from Brazil, known for his crazy hand technique. He also teaches drums here, and a lot of other drum teachers. And now I'm working here as well as a drum teacher. And so this is a very cool school. And if you come to visit Brazil, you need to be here for sure.
You had mentioned that you're friends with Isaac Jamba, who we had on the show last week, and what a beautiful, beautiful person. Now, he explained that learning the drums is a little bit different in Brazil than it is here in America, because we're learning 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and first, but it's a little different maybe down there. Or can you expand a little bit on that, on how new students learn in Brazil?
Yeah, I mean, we took a lot from, in my personal experience, I learned how to play the drums as like in America, for example. My drum teachers used to be more like the education in America, because they were mainly influenced by jazz fusion drummers, so they would bring me books and drum methods from United States, from American drummers. So my kind of education when it comes to drums was like in America. But here in Brazil, there's one thing, our music, the Brazilian music, is known for the percussion, is known for the rhythms. So it's very common that people here, and kids and teenagers and maybe adults, it doesn't matter, they learn in a more informal way how to play the drums, because it's maybe in our blood, you know what I mean? So depending, because Brazil is a huge country, I know that Isaac is from a place called Minas Gerais, which is a state here in Brazil. And so the culture that he was like brought up, he grew up, is different from where I come from, for example. So it really depends on where you were born, but I have to say that in general, we learn how to play the drums. If you go to like a drum school, for example, here in IPT where I work on, we use a lot of like books from American drummers. So like American drummers, maybe some English drummers. So we learn from there. But when it comes to Brazilian rhythms, we listen more than we read or think. We listen more, let's say. So if you want to learn like Brazilian rhythms and this kind of things, what we do the most is like searching for Brazilian drummers and listen to them, try to feel what they want to say on the drums. And so it's more informal, let's say, when it comes to like Brazilian kind of stuff, which is what Isaac plays. Isaac is known for Brazilian music, like samba, like baião. So when it comes to this kind of rhythms, it's more like listening, getting used to the feel of the swing, which is our swing is different from the swing in America, for example.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Think about we think about the swing feel as in 16th notes. So our 16th note is not like when you play samba. It's not like. It's more like. You see? It's not like when you're gonna play samba, for example, you're not going to play like this. Of course, sounds like samba, but in a more traditional way, you do it like. swing feel here is more on the 16th notes.
Yeah.
So this is the kind of thing that is a little bit different, let's say, from our cultures.
Yeah, and it's not something that you can really teach out of a book so easily. It's like you hear, drummers that are from Brazil and from these countries where this music is predominant, and they just naturally like develop that swing like you're talking about. But it's a really hard thing to learn unless you're just like immersed in it.
Well, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Wherever you're born, like if you're born in Africa, you are just, those rhythms are just everywhere, and you're born with knowing and feeling those rhythms. And same thing with Brazil, just like an accent, you have that accent, different accent. So you're hearing those Brazilian rhythms. And I have people that send me instruments from India that they're playing. And I mean, I don't even understand it because it's just for those people, and they love it. They think it's great. I have no idea what they're doing.
Exactly. It's funny because taking India as an example, I had one student from India, and when I taught him like odd time signatures, he would like first sight read. I mean, he would read and play, no problem. Like a 19, a 17, no problem at all.
Really?
But when he started to learn like Brazilian stuff, like samba, this kind of thing, for him it was like a whole other thing.
Yeah.
And the swing feel is something that you cannot write. I mean, if you're gonna write the swing feel here, it's gonna be like in 7 tuplets or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's impossible to read. I mean, it's possible, but it's gonna take a long time. So you're right, Jamie. I mean, it's something that you are really immersed into. You need to feel since you are like born. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Isn't there an instrument where it's a long stick with a string, but you hit it, you almost hit it like a what is that called?
Berimbau.
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
Berimbau is more like an African instrument, and it's mainly used as an instrument for a kind of fight called capoeira.
Capoeiro.
Yes.
Ah.
It's like a dance and a fight, and they use the berimbau like gang 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 gang, and they dance and fight with the song of the berimbau. It comes from Africa, but it's most known here in Brazil, and it's spread all over the world. If you walk around Europe, you're gonna see like people fighting capoeira with some kind of berimbau, and you know that they are Brazilians.
Don't ask me how I know this, but somehow capoeira weaved its way into breakdancing in New York City in the 80s and 90s, where a lot of the moves from capoeira had gone into breakdancing, where you're doing a lot of the going on one hand upside down, like a one-handed handstand, and then opening up your legs in a split. Really wild stuff. If you guys YouTube capoeira, it's pretty awesome to see that.
Exactly.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Exactly.
So how many students do you have?
Now I most teach online students, and I have some few here in this school, but generally I work like with 25 to 30 private students. You know what I mean? So, which takes me a lot of my time.
It does.
30 students are a lot. Now I have like 25, yeah.
Are they only learning a certain type of music, or do they come in and say, I want to learn how to play Slipknot, or I want to learn how to play, the Killers or something?
Yeah, it's funny because social media somehow they like, when students come to me, they want to learn the type of music that I play, which is like this kind of odd time signature kind of thing. And when it's like students from other countries, they are more interested in learning Brazilian rhythms, So I don't have students that want to learn how to play some kind of specific songs, but I have students that they want to learn how to play like odd time signatures, learn how to create more independence, like singing and playing, for example, and coordination, technique, something that people really like look after me because they want to learn and improve a little bit more of their hand technique. So this is the kind of students that I have right now.
Could you give us a demonstration of your hand technique? What are we looking for?
Basically, I studied drums with a Brazilian drummer called Kiko Freitas, and Kiko, he is a phenomenal drummer, and he had some drum classes with Dave Wackel. So he taught me the Mahler technique, which is basically all the circular motion, you know, based on the 4 strokes, like full stroke, down, tap, up. I'm mostly using my wrists here, and something that I developed over the years is that I switched the way that I hold my drumstick, because I used to hold like this. So, like with this first grip here, with my index finger and my thumb, so like this. But over the years, my index finger starts to become like this.
Yes,
So,
it's become popular now, I think.
exactly.
Just in the
exactly.
last few years, I do
Exactly.
both. I go back and forth between both.
Yeah, it's funny because when it's something that I didn't realize until people start to comment on my videos is because sometimes I have some kind of hybrid grip where in my right hand I'm using like this, and on my left I'm using like this.
Yeah.
So, and it's something that I don't think, but basically my hand technique is smaller. Which provide me to play all these dynamics.
Yes.
Okay. And for example, when I want to play more faster without dynamics and play for a longer period of time, I switch to French grip and I use finger. For example. So. You see that? I'm playing like here, I play like American grip, and then I switch for the French if I want to use the fingers. So basically what I do is using the Mahler technique for like most of my stuff when I want to have like ghost notes, accents, and all these kind of things. But when I want to play faster, I use the finger. See?
Yep. So as drummers, it's important, all of you that are watching, there is no just one type of stroke. There is no one traditional grip. We move things from the fingers moving, the fulcrum. Oh, here goes my phone. Hold on one second.
That was wild. The comments are saying that the people were seeing the blur of the stick because you were going so fast. Have you tracked how fast you could go? What's the BPM you could get to?
I did. I remember that it was like playing. I was going back and forth between singles, doubles, and paradiddles. Maybe 230, 16th notes and 230, like. Oh. Something like that. I don't know if it, but when I'm gonna use it, I don't know. That's something important.
But it builds your chops. These are your
Exactly.
chops. It builds your chops, knowing that speed and knowing how to do it. When the occasion arises, you have those skills to use it.
Exactly. You need to use it with responsibility, right, Dorothea?
Yes.
Exactly. Because that was not something that I focused to do, for example. It's something that became natural for me because, over time, I played the drums since I was 7 years old, and now I'm 27 years old. So it's 20 years playing the drums.
Yes.
So over the years, as your technique gets better, it's natural that your speed is going to increase because you use less effort playing. So, and the stick starts becoming an extension of your arm, so it's very natural. So, but what I say to my students is that speed is not something important, but the cleanness of the notes. You need to play clean. You need to hear those notes.
Yes.
And that's something that I always aim to do, to play clean.
Yep. That's what I say too.
What type of practice routines do you do?
I do it's funny because since I give a lot of drum classes, I always practice with my students. It's something that I love doing. as they are playing, I put my microphone on the mute and I play the exercise with them. But nowadays, my practice routine is basically like keeping my rudiments clean. So I like to make some combining, for example, paradiddles, paradiddle-diddle, and paradiddles, for example. And something that is always on my practice routine is to lead both with my right hand and my left hand. So I always have exercise that makes me play with both hands as leading hands. So this is one of them. So 4 times paradiddle diddle, paradiddle, and 4 times paradiddle diddle, paradiddle with the other hand. So 1. See, or for example, here I was going back and forth, doubles and singles with my right and my left hand.
Yes.
It's something that really makes me like feel more confident when I'm playing, because I do not only depend on my right hand to play, you know what I mean? And I'm a right-handed drummer. And when it comes to drums, to play on the drum kit, I've been really like starting to go into like linear stuff, which requires me more of the coordination kind of thing. So one book that I always teach to my students is the Linear Time Playing by Gary Chaffee, which is the book with the yellow cover, and they have like beautiful linear patterns, and those patterns are really like inspired for me to play, to practice coordination, for example, like this. This kind of things. That's right. That's the book. Thank you, Dorothea. That's right.
Very cool. And also, so a lot of people were asking about your setup. You're endorsed by Meinl and an electric drum company, correct?
I'm endorsed by Meinl Cymbals, yeah. Mm-hmm. Evans drum heads, ProMark drumsticks, and Varos drums. So
yeah, how do you incorporate the electric drums into your setup?
I mean, electric? I don't use electric.
Oh, I was thinking Varos was a.
No, Varos.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but there is a drummer from Varos that he turned his Varos drums into electronic drums.
Oh, maybe that's where.
Yeah, but no, Varos is like acoustic drum brand, okay. And this is the Varos main drum. You know what I mean? So this is like a 14-inch by 6.5 olive beech walnut snare drum.
I'm not familiar with that, but they're great looking drums and sound great.
Exactly, they are beautiful. And now I'm using the Evans UV1 reverse dot as my top drum head,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and the Hazy 300 as my bottom drum head. See?
Mm-hmm.
And these snare drums, I've been using it since like 2023, and it's amazing. Meinl cymbals, I have a little bit more. I use a lot of stacks here, but in a more traditional kind of stuff, I use the Bison's series from Meinl, okay? And this here, what you see is my go-to Meinl set, because it works for every kind of music.
Yeah.
I was playing some rock pop gigs last month, and I use exactly this one. So here I have like a 14-inch Bison's traditional thin hi-hat, very brilliant. Here I have a 20-inch traditional light ride. There I have a 22-inch Big Apple dark ride, and here I have a 19-inch traditional crash, medium thin crash. So this is the kind of setup that I use mostly for my drum concerts, drum clinics, and everything. And I do have a lot of stacks, you know. I do have the Anika Niles
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Stacks, yeah. I do. I like to use stacks in my drum kit because this is not my main drum kit, but in the drum kit that you see on my videos, you're gonna see that I use a lot of
Yes.
stacks and this kind of
Yes.
thing. And the stick that I've been using now since like since last year is a ProMark Rebound 5A Hickory Rebound 5A, which I love.
That's my favorite too. But
Exactly.
I have the painted ones. That's the only difference.
Yes, and I remember that I texted you, Dorothea, when I was joining ProMark, asking you which drumstick you would recommend to me.
Yeah, and the rebound makes a big difference.
Makes
It makes a big
compared
difference.
to the forwards, right?
Yeah.
Because for the kind of song that I play, which I really need the rebound of the stick,
Yes. Yeah.
these drumsticks are amazing. And I
The
use
forward, yeah, the forward is just for heavy players that are not playing with a rebound molar technique. So they don't care if there's rebound. But
Yeah.
for people that do, the rebound stick is perfect.
exactly. And I use both the hickory ones and the fire grain ones.
Yes, I do too.
The fire grain lasts a lot, so you really it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm using this, and I'm really grateful for all these brands, and social media helped me a lot to reach these brands, and I'm very happy with them for sure.
Can you talk about that social media journey then? When did you first get on and what platform was it? And then how did you get to 150,000 followers worldwide?
It's been like a 5-year journey, and I remember the first video that I posted was the first day of the COVID-19 breakdown. And when the world really stopped, it's literally, and so I started basically on March in 2020. So, and it was basically on Instagram. All my videos I started posting was on Instagram, and I created all my, let's say, my followers there on Instagram. And my first video had like a comic approach into it, and then I turned it into more like educational stuff, showing my odd time signatures. And one thing that I really chose to do and I wanted to do is to play my own songs on the videos. So the songs that you listen on my videos, playing the odd time signatures, is composed by myself because I have a graduation and I graduated in music composition. in
Oh, cool.
college.
Yeah.
So this was my main goal there. Create videos where I would compose the songs, write the songs, and play over it, as well as teaching some kind of groove and these kind of things. So over time, maybe in 2021, my public starts to grow, my followers start to grow, and I was lucky enough to have some videos that went viral. And
Yes. That's
That's
what
what-
happens.
That's all it
If
takes.
you get a good one that goes viral, like me, then everything takes off after that.
yeah, exactly. And that's what happened to me. So I've been posting videos on Instagram for 5 years, you see, and
What's the one that went viral? Do you recall?
I remember the first one that went viral was I played a Meshuggah song as I was
Oh.
counting out loud and playing.
Oh,
Wow.
cool.
Yeah, I remember this was the first one, and then I played the Whiplash Caravan theme
Oh,
with the movie.
oh, cool. Yeah.
That one went
I
viral
think
as
I think I saw both of them. So someone keeps asking in the chat if you're able to play a song, but you're not hooked up for that tonight, are you?
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not. Unfortunately, I'm not able to play a song here.
Okay.
Now, if you were to play a song, would it be quite your tempo? Remember that he said that in the movie? Not quite.
Yeah,
your tempo,
yeah.
right?
For example, yeah.
What was the
yeah.
other one? Was it? Are you dragging or are you? What was
Rushing?
it?
Rush.
Rushing
Are you
with
dragging or
pride.
are you rushing?
Exactly.
We do have an audience question though, and I love this. This is from Skinny George. What is something difficult? Because you're so talented, it just seems like you're incredible at everything you do. But is there something difficult that you're currently working on?
Definitely. Oh, definitely. I love Skinny George. Thank you so much for being here, man. I love your work. And definitely something for me that is very difficult, and I'm not ashamed to say that, is playing ostinatos on the feet as I'm improvising. So I'm going to make a lot of mistakes right here, okay? But for example, I've been working basically like ostinatos as I change my hand patterns here, for example. ostinatos in trees. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. See, for example, trees on the feet, and I'm switching back and forth between 4s and 3s. So this is something that is very difficult for me, and I've been practicing a lot with like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna make a mistake. So this is something that is very difficult for me. Keeping like an ostinato on the feet and improvise over the drums.
Yes.
Because I come from like a linear approach, so I'm always like feeling the spaces. I'm more like my feet are always working as filling these spaces. So keeping it like an ostinato for me, a steady rhythm is something that is very difficult.
It is difficult, very difficult. And it all depends on what kind of music. If you're doing something like Isaac, he has that
Exactly.
ostinato going on. But with what you play, you probably don't need that.
Exactly.
It's not like a mandatory thing.
Exactly. Isaac, since he is known for like Brazilian rhythms, they have a lot of ostinatos, for example. We have the Baião ostinato, which probably Isaac plays. It's like,
Yeah.
this one for me is more natural because it's like the Brazilian
Yeah.
kind of thing. But when
Yes.
it comes like, yeah,
And you grew up with that.
exactly.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Sounds so good. So I'm hoping everybody that's clicked on tonight will follow you so you can gain more followers and they can see everything that you do.
Yeah,
And,
guys, please hit that plus button next to Gabriel's name and follow all of his content. What do you have coming up? What do you have? Any events or clinics? I also have an audience question. They're asking if you accept international students. Are there?
And I did some clinics in Europe, drum clinics in Europe, and I love doing drum clinics actually. And I never did a drum clinic in the USA, something that I really would love to do because my main followers come from the United States. You see, because so, I mean, I'm open to every kind of thing. So doing drum clinic is something that I really focused in the last years because, I mean, I can teach not what I want, but what I like, let's say, and play my songs and like make people get inspired by that. You know what I mean? So doing drum clinics for me is a great responsibility, but it's the thing that I've been like focusing the most in the past years, and I want to focus more in the next years. For sure.
Yeah, we're gonna have to bring you over here. Get you
Yeah,
in the
for
US.
sure. My brands need to pay the tickets, and I'm gonna be there for sure.
I mean, we got every part of the country covered. I mean, Jamie's got the whole West Coast in California. I got Dallas, Texas, and the whole Midwest here. And then Dorothea's over on the East Coast there. So you could do a whole crisscross country thing here.
Yeah,
It will be a dream come true. Let's work
that
on
would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Let's do that for sure.
Skinny George is in Miami. He's got you covered down there.
Yep.
Perfect.
So I have to say one more funny thing. Okay, because I saw Gabriel, a while back, and then I thought he looked like Justin Timberlake, which he does. And then Eloy Casagrande comes about, and I'm like, well, he looks like him too.
I think we figured out you got a crush on Justin Timberlake.
I took your picture, Eloy Casagrande, and Justin Timberlake, and I put all three of them together, and you could be all brothers.
Yeah. And the funny thing
Believe me, look, check it out. You'll see.
And the funny thing about Eloy is that some people took pictures with me thinking that I was Eloy, actually. That happened a
I
lot.
know. You look just like him.
Yeah. And
We know
Eloy is a
what-
good friend of mine. We always laugh about this. We always laugh at about this. So
We know what
Oh, good.
Dorothea's type is now. And Eloy,
Yeah.
I mean, he plays with a mask on. So, I mean, if you don't know what he looks like, if you're just going to a Slipknot show, they're all wearing masks anyway.
But he
Yeah.
looks just like Gabriel.
even the tattoos, he has the tattoos in the same part in the body as me.
I know. I can't believe it.
We have quite a few more questions, but we want to respect your time. How much more time do you have? I know you have limited time in the studio there.
We have more 15 minutes.
About 15 minutes. Jamie, we have some great questions. Do you have that list? I'd love for you to go over that if you have that.
Yeah, so you've done a lot of work across different genres, Brazilian, groove, fusion. How do you maintain your like musical voice when you're adapting to these different styles, like and still have it be like your style? Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I think that's the most difficult part of playing the drums actually, is because I think Jamie, that's something that happened very naturally for me, because I was lucky enough to have my uncle is a professional drummer, so he always taught me how to play the drums. So, and I grew up with him, so he always was my mentor, let's say. And one thing that he always taught me is to get inspired, but don't try to copy. You know what I mean? So I always listen to a lot of drummers. I always listen to them. I always listen to different artists, but I did never try to copy them, but to see what I liked about them and try to incorporate that on my playing. So when it comes to going through different kinds of genres, it's something that really happens very naturally for me, is to play my own way in that particular genre. It's the way that I hold my sticks, the way that I hit the drums, it's my technique. Everything when it comes together makes me sound like myself, I say. So when I'm going to play rock, the way that I hit my cymbals, my cymbal choices, the way that I tune the drums, the way that I hit the snare, the way that I hit the kick, is something that is part of me already. So it's something that is hard to explain, but having that mentality where I could get inspired, but I didn't have to copy, really helped me to become the drummer with my own voice, let's say. And it's something that is very different. Something that is very different, and I still think that I don't have my own voice. I'm always searching for that. You know what I mean?
Well, and you're very young too. You're still in your 20s, and you're doing amazing things. Like it's such an incredible thing to see. So props to you for everything you've accomplished. Who would you say would be your biggest influence up to this point? Who had that real big impact on you?
It changed over time, but I have to say that the drummer that I really liked when I first listened to him really made me feel inspired to study the drums, not only play, but study the drums, study rudiments, technique, all this kind of stuff, was Dave Weckl, for sure.
He did a clinic in the music store that I worked at, and oh my goodness, it was just totally amazing. And so I had all of his albums that he played on, and you can tell that it's Dave Weckl before even finding out that it was him on the album. He just has that technique. He had that little 6-inch A custom splash, and he would hit that. I'm like, that's Dave Weckl. He's the only one that plays that.
Exactly.
He's so good.
Exactly. He's amazing. So he's my main influence, but over time I started to listen to Jojo Mayer, Dave Garibaldi, Steve
Me
Gadd,
too.
Nicola Ayuta, for example.
All of my favorites.
Exactly. Contemporary drummers like Anika Niles, Mark Juliana, Dorothea's for sure.
Benny Greb. Do you like Benny Greb?
Benny Greb for sure. So these are all my drum heroes.
What's the music you listen to in your car?
In my car, depends where I'm driving to, for example. But on the road, I really like to listen to Brazilian music. and artists like Milton Nascimento, like I really like to listen to that as well. For example, I really like to listen to very like heavy metal stuff like Meshuggah.
I do too.
Yeah, Gohira, for example, when I want to drive fast. When I go to the gym, for example, is only metal. I only listen to metal when I'm going to when I'm on the gym, for example. So this is my approach. So I really like metal stuff. I really like progressive metal, but at the same time, I really like to listen to jazz fusion, contemporary jazz fusion like Snarky Puppy. You see, really depends on the occasion. But when I'm driving like Brazilian music to keep me calm, and when I want some kind of adrenaline, have metal, Meshuggah for sure.
What's the progressive metal you like? Name a couple bands. I'm curious.
Oh, I mean, Rush for sure. I'm
Sure.
not metal. I mean, progressive, progressive rock. Or let's say Rush, Dream Theater. I like a lot. New stuff like Tesseract. I like a lot. Haken. I like a lot, for example. So these bands are really like influence for me.
Super
Now
cool.
you do some pretty like complex ghost notes, like a lot of those grooves you're doing. You've got like just a really, it's like an even like volume, and your dynamics are just like, you have really great dynamic control. Do you have any tips for beginners and advanced players to how you gain that kind of control over your ghost notes?
For sure. I always tell my students you need to you need to work on your tap strokes, which is like a very low volume stroke. And I always control them with my wrists, and I try to keep like one finger away from the surface that I'm hitting. It's very hard to like develop the control, and when you start to play the rudiments in tap, which is like in a low volume, then it starts to get very difficult. For example, singles, doubles, paradiddles. I'm only using my wrists to keep the control of the drumstick. And of course, when I change, here I was playing on the hi-hat, but when I change for the snare drum, for example, it gets harder. But my main thing here is to keep the drumstick here. It doesn't go like this. Some people I see that they try to play the ghost notes coming from here, like from here. See, there's a long distance. It's loud already. So, because if I have this ghost note really slow, then the accent is gonna be really loud. I have this difference. So when I'm playing, you see that my hands are always like down there, and when I have to make some accents, I start to use the Moller technique that I talked previously, and I have the accent. So.
You're doing that with your wrist control. That's not finger work. That's your wrists.
Wrist control me. Yeah, for sure. And I'm
Very
always
cool.
controlling the rebound of the stick as well. Full control of the sticks, let's say. So, one exercise that I like to do is to go through all the accents in 16th notes, for example, with one hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It should not sound like 1, 2, 3. See? So mainly wrists.
Dorothea, you were just talking about that earlier in the show.
And that reminds me of so the bit I was going to be doing today was on hi-hat dynamics, and how you could develop groove and texture within your playing, just by accents on your hi-hat. And I think one of the hallmarks of like a great drummer, when I watch someone play, is when they have a mastery over that hi-hat, the accents and just the dynamics there. It really helps to establish the groove, especially in like a 16th note groove and stuff like that. So that's basically the same kind of, practicing what you're showing right there is something that can really help develop that.
And we talked about shuffles.
as well.
When you don't want to shuffle where they're both loud. It's and that's what makes a shuffle cool, especially when you're playing the ghost note on the left hand. But so they're not an even double.
Exactly.
Right on.
You are
Well,
a real treat. Wow.
It's been a pleasure having you on here.
Yeah. I do want to ask, we have another question. What is one piece of gear in your setup that you can't live without, and why?
My drumsticks for sure.
Yeah.
No, I have to say, no kidding. I mean, my snare drum. Let's say my snare drum is my sound, and I always travel with it. So, and the only thing that I change on my snare drum, I'm always like trying new drum heads for the top head. But I mean, my snare drum is like my daughter. Let's say, she's always with me, and I really like her. I don't live without her, for sure.
Tell everyone then, where can they find you? So where on Instagram? What's your username? Well, not username, but your Instagram name, where they can find you.
It's always like this. Gabriel Faro Music. It's like Gabriel Faro Music. It's on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I have my website as well, which is gabrielfaro.com.br. And on Instagram, you have like my link where you can reach me out if you want to have like drum classes, private drum classes, or hire me for like recording sessions for sure. So same name, which is here on TikTok. You can find me on every other social media.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean,
Thank you.
incredible, sir.
Thank you for joining us tonight. You're a wonderful
Yes,
drummer.
My pleasure. It was great talk to you. I have to say that I was a little bit nervous because speaking English for me is something that I really need to think. So I hope that you guys could understand what I was talking about.
Oh, you did. You did
excellent.
great. You did
Thank
great.
you.
This is a show that is welcoming of drummers from around the world, and we appreciate it. We speak the language of drums, and
Yes.
everyone's got a different accent, just like Dorothea showed. Everyone's got, and it's more than okay, and we love it, and we're so grateful that you shared all of your stories with us, and you spent some time with us here and in the pocket. It was amazing. What a thrill to watch you play. I think you impressed a lot of people here, man. I mean, wow. That stick control.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dorothea. Thanks so much, Jamie. Thanks so much, Darren, for having me. It was a great pleasure. I had a great time here.
Thank you.
And I hope to meet you guys again. I hope to be in the U.S. someday and meet you guys in person. It's going to be a pleasure.
That would be
Dorothea, thank you
wonderful.
so much for your kind words. Always, thanks so much for supporting my work. I'm a big, huge fan of your work as well.
You're very welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys.
We love you, sir. You have a great rest of your night. We're going to see you soon.
Thank you so much. Have a great night,
you.
guys.
All
Bye-bye.
right.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Everyone follow Gabriel Faro Music on all of his platforms. Incredible content. And I'm going to look up that Meshuggah video, Dorothea. That's the first thing I'm going to
I know. I love it.
Thank you.
Incredible. All right, sir. Have a great night.
I knew. I've not talked with him, in person, but we talked back and forth with messaging and everything, and I just knew he was going to be super nice.
That is a home run, man. I'll tell you that was a real treat. I mean, Jamie, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
That's pretty wild, man. What a show. It's In the Pocket every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. This is what we do. It is all drums. It is conversation. It is demonstration. It's fun. It's games. And, man, that's what we're here for. Jamie, I'm excited because we still have your segment to feature. What are we doing tonight? Let the people know.
Well, I was just going to touch up a little bit on hi-hat dynamics and how that can help you establish groove and texture within your playing. There's basically, like if you're doing a 16th note groove, I'm going to turn the mic off for a second to show you this. But
Can you do the camera different so we can see more of you?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, let's put Jamie. Or do you want to put him larger, Dorothea?
Oh, yeah, like
Yeah, let's
here.
do that. Let's put you in the big box.
I don't know how to do it. But yeah.
Hey.
Yeah,
There
that way
go.
we can
There
see
we
you
go. Now
more.
we can see you.
Okay. So basically, there's different ways that you can use hi-hat accents to put texture in your music. And so The first way is just by doing like a pulse with accents. And so like if I'm going to do all the upbeats, it'd be something like this. So that's just a basic example. Now, when I'm approaching like grooves with like something that might be like a little funky or like an R&B groove or something that's just like a 16th note groove, a lot of times I'll use an approach that's kind of like think about compression when you put compression on a song. So if you compress a song, there's going to be like spaces in there where certain like frequencies are they're going to jump out because like the bass is out of the way and stuff, and you'll hear like these little like hi-hat parts or just parts of the song that will kind of like speak out in those gaps. And so when I'm writing a groove for with my hi-hats, I'll listen for those little spaces and kind of mimic that compression in what I play. And if you ever listen to like 311, Chad Sexton's really good at doing this, and it makes that groove just kind of like fit there in the song. So let me find an example for you. Got a track right here. Let's see if this one. So it's I think I need a different track to really show you like the different like spaces, but that is the idea where you got the hi-hat accents there, and it just kind of helps it move the song along.
You know who does that a lot? I believe Two from Sleep Token does a lot of hi-hat accents. You've heard them, right? And he's doing a lot of those accents on the hi-hat. Yeah.
And I'd like to play this one song, but it's a copyright song, so I can't put it on here. But
of course,
there's it's just one of those things you want to experiment around with a little bit, but it's just in the same thing with like the shuffles. When you're doing like a shuffle, hitting that hi-hat accent can just really give it that flavor that it needs.
It does. So it's not a constant.
Yeah.
You have to use some flavor to it.
Give
like
us
if
some
you're doing
flavor.
like a 6/8 groove, like
go
what's
ahead.
that song? Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
Oh, I love
I
it.
asked you to play that the other night. Thank you for that, by the way.
Yeah. So if you're doing just a normal 6/8 groove, you could be like. So you see the difference is just basically the hi-hat accents are in a different place there, but it changes the whole feel of the song.
Give us a little flavor, Dorothea.
People don't know what. People think that you just get a pair of sticks and you just start banging, but they don't know what it is that we do as drummers. The same type thing that he was doing. You were doing like all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you did like a bop 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 bop.
Yeah, you're basically just changing, the accent on the hi-hat, but it can alter the entire feel of the song.
Yeah, it totally changes it.
So that was
Just
that was about it.
technique that we've talked about all night with Gabriel, and it's something that you have to learn as a drummer if you want to advance in your skills. So hopefully, this is just our 5th week. Hopefully, one day I can show, instead of just doing rudiments, I can show the all the different strokes there are. besides just rebound and down and tap and up. There are a few other things that drummers should know and how to apply them. So we can get on that, one month, 1 week of the month, whatever.
Yeah. Also,
So we have a lot of stuff yet to pursue.
I don't know how much of our audience will get this reference, but MGK, a good friend of ours, Beat Chef, he's in the chat. Shout out to him. Such a huge fan. He said he feels like the two old guys in the Muppets, and I think their names were Statler and Waldorf. I think their names were. No, that was the chef.
Oh, that was the chef.
That was the chef, but it was the two old guys in the theater
critics.
that would always be like up top, and they would always make these like jokes, because they're just and that he mentioned that when he was watching Gabrielle, because it's like it's just so awe-inspiring, and you're like, oh, I'm too old to learn this. I mean, he's 27 years old.
I know, that's crazy.
It was wild, but it proves if Dorothea is anything, it proves to you that age does not matter in being a drummer.
No.
What matters is how much you practice. You can be
How much you love
27, 47, or 77. All you need to do is practice, and you will get it. And I'm proof of that. You'll see on my channel, Never Too Old to Drum, where I started in day one to where I am today. It just didn't happen overnight. You practice every single day for hours and hours. Dorothea, one thing that you had said to me one time, it resonated, was if you practice 15 minutes a day, it's just not enough. Your body won't absorb the information and the muscle memory to
No.
get better in an impactful way.
It won't, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you could start streaming on TikTok, and then before you know it, you're putting in 4 hours of practice every day, and you're just
Right.
to the moon.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
And the time goes by. Like I've done 3-hour lives several times now. My husband, when I go back downstairs after this, what are you doing that whole time? I didn't even know it was that long because I was so into it and enjoying all the comments and everything, answering questions, taking requests. I had no idea that it was 3 hours had passed because I love what I'm doing. And hopefully, the people that are watching this love what they're doing. Or hopefully they'll grow to love practicing so that they can enjoy, sitting behind a kit and playing any song that you want to.
When I first started, Dorothea, I was in here for a good 3, 4, 5 hours, and I had no clue that time had passed. I would come out of the room, and my wife would be like, yeah, I mean, like you were in there for 5 hours. It would be 6 p.m. to midnight or something, or 1 a.m., luckily.
Because you were into it. You were
You're
really
so
deep into it.
Yeah. And also, if you're the type of person that cannot, like I couldn't stand up unless I got what I was trying to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I was trying to get something, like whatever I was practicing on, I wouldn't allow myself to stand up and get a drink or go to the bathroom or whatever. But like there was only a few times where I would get frustrated, like, okay, let me go take an hour break or let me come back the next day, because that will happen. But yeah, I had to get it, and you would spend hours and hours and hours, and then before you know it, you're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
exactly.
once you're like 6 hours in of playing into a day, it's like the things that you're able to do at that point are pretty crazy. It's like the coordinations that start coming out of you.
Yeah, for sure. What a show we had. This was number 5 start. It got a rough start, guys. I apologize. We're going to get better. It kind of threw me off because I'm dealing with the technical side of things to get our stream on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, so that you guys don't always have to watch it here on TikTok. We have so many fans that are on these other platforms. Some people want to watch it on the big screen TV with their sound system. And what a great way to experience In the Pocket on that big screen TV, certainly when we do these contests and Dorothea does her demonstrations and Jamie plays his songs. What a great way to experience In the Pocket on a large screen. Lots of great stuff to come, though, in the weeks ahead. We have some really cool ideas. We have some contests. We're going to be featuring up-and-comer TikToks, influencers. So, yeah, I mean, we got some really cool stuff happening, Jamie.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Make sure you all tune in and go and follow us on the other platforms as well. And thank you, everybody, for coming out and hanging with us.
Yes, speaking of, so on YouTube, it's In the Pocket TikTok on YouTube. All right, so just type in The Pocket TikTok, and that'll bring you to our channel. On Facebook, we did set up an In the Pocket on Facebook, and we also set up an In the Pocket, but I think it's called In the Pocket Live on Instagram.
Yep.
Because In the Pocket was taken, so you'll see us there. So just follow all of our resources. And what's really cool is we're going to post recap videos and highlights of the show. Our full live show will be available on our YouTube page. So you could always go back and check out the guests and, the contest that we do. So that's a lot of fun. And, of course, when Dorothea is performing, you can rewind and just keep watching that. I could watch you all day, Dorothea. All day, all night.
Oh, thank you.
Me too.
Thank you.
I could watch you. It's incredible. So, guys, parting words? Anything? Anything you guys want to plug for the week coming up?
I'll be going live here in about 20 minutes.
Okay,
Jamie's going live at Drummer's Diary.
Keep track of my post this week, and you will see some exciting things that I got to do in Nashville. Some crazy, exciting things.
Very cool.
So I'll be putting some footage up of those.
We're excited about
Can't wait to
that.
see
And
that.
then I hope to see everyone at Drumathon 2025 on Sunday here in Dallas, Texas. Lori Peters, a part of that amazing foundation and gathering. So I hope to see you guys there on Sunday, and we'll be doing some content there as well to share with everyone.
Cool.
All right, so
All right.
till next week, guys, it's In the Pocket. We are live every Monday at 8 p.m., and because we did not play the show open, it does not feel right to not play it. So we're going to play it out on the outro here, guys, okay? Hey, we will see you guys next week, okay? Love to you all.
Okay.
Have a good one. Peace.
In the Pocket, presented by Streaming Artist Agency, featuring the godmother of drums, viral educator and drum icon with nearly 3 million followers worldwide. You've seen her on The Tonight Show with Jimmy. Studio session.